Okay, this is really important, and I need you to listen to this clearly. All right. There are many ways you can cook something. So let's look at eggs, right? You can cook eggs sunny side up. You can cook them scrambled. You can cook them over easy. You can cook them hard boiled. You can cook them poached. All right, there's probably some other ways I missed too, but that's five I just named. So why is it that since day one, you're still trying to figure out what you're trying to figure out in that one way? Why haven't you tried the scrambled egg? Why haven't you tried the hard boiled method? Why are you still sticking to sunny side? See what I'm saying? We as humans, we tend to always stick to right? It's good to stick to one thing in terms of what you're looking to master. But if you're only always focusing on that one thing in that one particular way, and you're not having success, because I'm all for practicing that one thing to master it. But if you're coming at it from a business sense and you keep doing that thing over and you keep failing every single time, right? And there might be mixed opinion. Well, Nate, but Edison, I mean, he kept doing the light, but it's like, yeah, but he tried different ways though, right? He wasn't doing the same thing that he knew wasn't working. So why are you continuing, if you're looking to grow your business, why are you still working in your business? You know what's crazy? I've been working in my business for over 3.5 years. And it wasn't just until recently, even now, literally to this day, where we're hiring people to reach out to other people to do sales instead of me doing it. I've done that for like 3.5 going on 4 years. And it's so tough because when you know you're good at something, it can sometimes be hard to think outside the box. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a business owners don't always work in the business. They rarely do. They shouldn't, right? If you're an actual like business owner. Do you think Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos works in the warehouse to fulfill the shipments? Heck no. They have a team that does that. Well, Nate, but yeah, they're Elon Musk and they're Jeff Bezos and all that. It's like, yeah, but of course they started. They got to a point where they didn't necessarily have to do that, and they outsourced and brought on team members. And if you're still in your early stages, maybe you do have to do that, all right? But if you have money and finances to not work in your business, you're literally shooting your own self in the foot every single day because you're still outreaching to people. You're still doing the effort when you could literally bring on a few people, even a couple people to do the same exact work that you're doing. And then that frees up your time, frees up your energy, and you don't have clients that are coming to you, holding you accountable. They're holding your team members accountable. And you're being smarter. You might lose a little bit because you're paying, the person to do and to fulfill the duty or the task that you want them to fulfill, but you're winning in the long term because you're going to be gaining more clients. You're going to be having more headspace. You're going to be more clearer in the noggin to actually further your business because you're looking from the outside in instead of from the inside out. And I need you to get that. I didn't start getting it until recently. We've done over 6 figures. I could easily get satisfied and say, yeah, we're great. No, we're not. We're not even close. 6 figures for 2 people? With me being the lead seller? Wow. It's pretty damn remarkable. I've had people tell me that. Like, how are you guys with only 2 people? Of course, if you have a high ticket offering and a service that people want, and then you take care of your clients, it's really not that difficult. But then it gets to a point where it gets tiring. It gets old after a while. You want to add more people. You need to work from the outside and be the business owner. Don't be an employee working for your own company. Literally, if you're working in your business, you're an employee. I'm sorry. That's it. right? So again, if there are different ways that you can do something and you're still focusing on that one way and you know it's not working, adjust, pivot. All right. If you're a salesman and you've been selling the same thing for year after year and you're still upset because your bills really aren't getting paid and you're not happy, what do you got to do? You got to adjust and make a different offering. Go sell another product. Maybe, the whole network marketing thing, I did that for, say, probably 2-3 years. I did that. I loved it, but man, I got sick and tired of selling other companies' products that weren't mine. And especially products that people just don't really care about. I mean, there's so many energy drinks on the line. There's so many potions and stuff that you can get, potions, lotions, all this rap stuff. I mean, holy smokes. Again, I got nothing against it. I did network marketing for 2 to 3 years, but it's like, don't shortchange yourself. You have so much potential, all right? Quit doing the same thing the same exact way year after year, expecting to get different results. Pivot, adjust, add more to your team. Does that take time? It does. Boo-hoo. We all go through it. You want to scale? You're not going to scale with just one person, with just 2 people. You might scale a little bit, but you're not going to scale to what you want to do, to where you're doing 7-8 figures. You need a team. All right, so figure out what is it that you're struggling with. What is it that you're not doing the best at on scaling? Are you still working in your business? If so, why? Have an honest conversation with yourself. And then from that point, moving forward, commit to yourself and say, I'm going to find other people to help me. But Nate, where do I find them? Guys, go to sites like Fiverr. Go to sites like Upwork. Most importantly, go to your own network. Don't just hire your best friend because they're your best friend. Sometimes that's the worst decision you can make. And then same with family. And then you pretty much shoot yourself in the foot because they don't perform. Hire people based upon skill sets that they're actually great at. Don't hire John, your best friend, just because you guys have been homies since middle school. All right, I tried that, man. I tried bringing on somebody that I've known since elementary school and since middle school, junior high. It didn't work out. Why? Because their skill sets weren't what I was looking for. I was trying to help them, but it wasn't working. If their skill sets aren't communicating with other people, if their skill sets aren't coding, if their skill sets aren't doing and finding leads for you, then don't put them in that position and force them to do something, because they're not going to show up every single day being like, oh, I'm passionate to find leads, when they are good at going to networking events and expanding your brand or business that way, right? That's why when people ask me, Nate, well, I don't even know what my skill set is. It's like, okay, what's your personality type? What's that matter? One of them cheesy quiz. It's like, no, it's not a cheesy quiz, because if you don't know what your personality type is, it's kind of hard. I mean, yeah, you can ask questions like, what do you like to do? What are you passionate about? But I like going as deep as I can get. What's your personality type? Have you taken the Myers-Briggs personality type test, right? I know I'm an INFJ. So with me being an INFJ, I realized that I thrive on one-on-ones, right? Whenever I go to group settings, I tend to be the one where I let everybody else talk. But whenever I talk, man, you best believe you gonna know I'm talking, right? I'm a counselor personality type. So since I know I'm a counselor personality type, guess what? My strength is I have a podcast. I do interviews. Guess what? That's basically me being a counselor, right? That's why you got to figure out your personality type. Have you taken the dark triad test? Nate, what's a dark triad test? Dark triad test, and I could do a whole nother video, basically evaluates how much narcissism you have, how much Machiavellianism you have, and how much psychopathy you have. Nate, why do I need to know that? Because when you can find out if you're over the top in some of those, then that's where you need to understand, like, maybe your ego is getting in the way. Maybe you are too much about yourself. And these things, maybe you are a little bit of a psycho. And these things right here, you're evaluating yourself so that you can get better. Sometimes we don't hire people. Sometimes we don't want to expand or go to making a scrambled egg into a hard-boiled egg because we can't get over ourselves. And it's like you're taking the dark triad test to figure out maybe you are high in narcissism. Well, guess what? If you're high in narcissism, then you're going to watch videos, you're going to read books, you're going to find out ways on how to become more low and lower in narcissism. There's so many ways to this, ladies and gentlemen, that it's extremely important, it's extremely valuable. You're doing yourself a disservice, but most importantly, you're doing your family and you're doing your future kids a disservice by not knowing this stuff. Does it sound simple? Yeah. Is this easy? Could be, depending on how easy you make it and how hard you make it. It's all about what you put into the mind. Again, I could go on this. I'm going on 11 minutes. I'm going to end it here. This is a ton of value that I've just dropped for you guys. Execute on it. Find out why you're still stuck. Write it down. Pivot. Do it. See you on the next one.